Living in Ghana, abroad, a first-timer visiting Ghana, or a company wondering where to get quality service providers in Ghana for any job, then Ejumapa On Demand Services is here to assist you. Ejumapa On Demand Services connect requesters and service providers such as masons, plumbers, electricians, auto repairers, home and office cleaners, trash collectors, rent agents, spa attendants, roofers, beauticians, teachers, CCTV installers, and all artisans on one platform. Yes, one platform. Trust Ejumapa On Demand Services to sort you out any day, anywhere, and at any time. To download the app, please visit the App Store and Play Store or visit our website www.ejumapa.com.
Young penny for baby say, if you are seeing her, will be in my picture. Why not HO? So we'll pay IT, we the 1 year, so we'll pay support. Slam Technology say your number one partner. Your office will US in here, your office will Ghana, so your numbers need to so we should share IT classes, we share career coaching, we share support for business, cybersecurity. Free, na your partner. Your back here, wow. Slam Technologies, transformation with excellence. Free is here, baby,
All right, it was a for more about SVTV Africa, so share live on SVTV Africa. If I'm DJ Nyame Mobi about thank God it's Friday. Every Fridays via the above 5:30 to 7. I'm in the lawyer wisdom wise man solicitors. And I late move and chain. Aye. And many lawyer wisdom so share the UK come or a solicitor or a lawyer or UK. And the UK come over Ghana and also UK. Information the echo so the SO yeah the SO who UTB wa ha bebo to share link them on be bebo no. And I go straight already. I late. I go straight. I'm in the lawyer wisdom Emra man so ending come subscribe to your channel. You're streaming live on a YouTube channel SVTV Africa. As you're streaming live on Facebook SVTV Africa. Mo share your Facebook so mo share link no share call page bi so bebo obi be hu ebebo no. O share enko so share boa. Let's help together. Share will be information very important. So share your Facebook. Or questions be up so be send another about them comment section or type questions now. Me do me better screen so na lawyer I can come am so some share on YouTube so share or question be up so be send na bibi chire wadwe so be send lawyer obetimi ebisa no enti ma me go straight na me lawyer wisdom akao wise man solicitor sembra na ending come lawyer lawyer boko there
who is saying
aha no ye and then the engine microphone I want me fast pa last week uka chair say table intercooler no ebe want me fast into see I mean say I want me fast pa first nanka I pokolo maja tu before I start to lawyer wisdom akao champion man and then you say she biom wise man solicitors
Obia we who design.
Mr. Me pa and the lawyer why late? Lawyer I late I can't there 5:30. I about 5:30 about 6 something. Lawyer.
Miss a new message every announce why busy.
3 minutes to 6.
Okay, you will sort that one out.
Lawyer. Lawyer was the macao yanko announce then about UK there. Also then about CCR. And I'm de bia some de bibiba in sign then na then see who na
DJ me that say it's here for you say obi ahun here and then the young keeping it too long, just short and straight to the point. DJ on say and never be aye applications ama omoma ebi omoma na ye British citizens if your papa no cry British citizenship and now cry indefinite. Na wawoni ba okrom ha na wakwakoji British and now application for British passport amande ba abofrana ya na abofrana ma men so afa abofrana so na odi anya asset na observation na ya honi say na saying home office for passport office for omu chro mame for no omu fa omu maso edinya 2.5 years, and our my British citizens are more farmers so heading asset nana. Omo throw say for additional evidence emra ebe say papa na oji British passport emma abofrano oye papa ampa because the can say additional information has come to light. Additional information has come to light, which shows that the man may not be the father of the child. In other words, investigations normal for you. So being aqua report you. Information ben omunya you. Almost see. Further information has come to light. I just say papa na oji British passport Emma Abofrano. Onye Abofrani papa. I don't take what we are mamma for additional information. Ebra, be prove say ampa papa no onone Abofrani papa ansana ye di British passport no. Ye manager ye mama no ana ansana di be mano. Now, citizenship is a question of law. So what it means is say we are British passport Abofrani. Now, in the law, you are not supposed to be the father, or you are not the father of the child, and now you are not supposed to apply for the child. If you are a biological child, there is no connection between any Abofrano. Udin ekoto so in the process, se uni Abofrani papa. And no, and almost eba say, wono prove say papa no, or any Abofrani papa ampa. Now, when to me amfa information now, omo here edikwa na ombeji Abofrani British passport efininsam. For the last 2-3 weeks, DJ, about 3 British passports have been taken away from the kids. Normally, return the passport to them and it's cancelled. You cannot use it again. Now, Adentina omo yesa. And I make say, information now, omo but Mekai said about 2 years or so ago, we've been with the information because too online. Actually said, okay, yen maybe by so now person or by inside just for immigration purpose and yet school now or by call Nigerian guy, yeah, it was all over in the news, etc. And there was another person now, okay, secret recording. And also Echo boy on the TV stations say papa ni say Abofrani enye but maame no on no agreement ena ordinary ding Echo 2 Abofrani so the same information appear no ama passport office for and cut back to applications and passports that were issued within that period of time to be sure say ayampa se abofrey oye papa ibana so when timi amfa niema na omo hia no ekoma omo na omo ji abofrane passport no edi afi nensem. That is the problem people are facing these days. Again na omo here. One, almost provide evidence of papana oye British nina na oje passport ni abofrano. Also provide papano birth certificate. That is one. Provide papano the birth certificate. Number 2, almost provide progressive pictures and progressive photographs of time I'm saying picture on the papani try first month, 3rd month, 4th month, 6th month, 8th month onto timer or they want progressive pictures of the man and the woman throughout the pregnancy until the child was born. The other one is almost here progressive pictures of the father and the child. From that you have 1 month, 2 months, naming ceremony, christening, etc., etc., different stages of pictures with the child up until set we application and a passport name on even up to date. Here progressive pictures. The other thing I almost be saying is a dear nature say papa no or benefits Emma Nebano. I know one of the things I almost be saying. Almost say or your bam pa ubeji benefit, child benefit, Eddie Mano. And the one evidence I just say or benefit Emma Nebano. Say on benefit almost here evidence I just say papa no or supporting mama no financially in looking after the child. The intuition, some yama way now, ebisa to prove say ampa papa no or no near friend papa and zana or British passport no ediamana. Now uko down now, almost say addresses sir. Mummy no more now. Address a papa na they want to know. Address a mama no they want to know. They want to see the addresses. I should say, have they lived together before or they've lived at different places? So papa no ewo be Manchester. Mama no so ewo London. E dia na kire say they meet. What is the communication between them? And also per evidence I just ampa these people communicate. And not they've communicated before until say the woman got pregnant, and then from there she went ahead, gave birth to the child. They want evidence to show that a relationship, that communication. And no, one of the things that Omo Bisa. Did you feel now Omo Bisa said if the man has children, you should list all his children's names. You should list all the children's names. They want to see and compare, contrast, for whatever reason they want to see. Say, papa no applications are why what disclose or hemophilia and mama no also applications are why and what discloses or hemophilia and they want to check if you have another child with the man. So they are checking to see say ampa for you to establish that truly the man is the father of this child. As for all the information they are asking, it's just for them to establish ampa uni abofrani papa ana enyewu ni abofrani papa. Then going down, almost say you may wish to provide voluntary DNA. You may wish to provide a voluntary DNA to support the application. Now, se ukoye DNA no na mfa eno ema to me kasa mpa woji British passport ema wo be nanso DNA ni kire se abofra no onye wo ba, and because onye wo ba nti the child is not entitled to a British passport, and that is where the question of law comes in. The child is not entitled to a British passport. Now, so who decided say DNA no onye nso a eno nso another ground sir. Because you have refused to provide a DNA, it is indicative and it shows that abofrana onye wuba ampa anonte and I won't percent obey DNA no. And all in all, based on what we are seeing, we suspect that a lot more of this passport applications will go through these hurdles before either the passport is issued or the passport is retained. Ebi de oma cancel, ebi nso de oma refuse. And sana omo ekono in this 2026 sana has started. And tiema etiefo aso ati se uyo oba wonyin woni papa na wonyin ya no woni ne start and chucha pictures at different stages of the pregnancy. One no pay echo shopping. Take picture of your outing to prove say ampa you have been out with this man or you are still going out with this man throughout the process until the child was born. And again, you can also provide evidence. I stress again, the man was there when the child was born, naming ceremony, christening, and all other occasions, or no, has been involved in the child's life throughout. With those evidence, and here you have a very good chance that the child's British passport will be issued or retained if they already issued the child one passport. So that is what it is. Now the question is this. So we maame ufa wo be so na wonya wo 2.5 years. Home Office force withdraw the abofrani passport now. What can you do? First of all, say ubane is 7 years older, you don't have a problem. But to me, atwaso I application no, because I'm running say so we a mother or father, the child has lived in the UK for 7 years. Ubetimi afasa from so ejaji asitna. Until while the child is 7 years, then you don't have too much problem or you don't have too much to worry about. So abofrana the 10 years, it's not a problem because ubetimi register abofrana as a British citizen. Abofrana wa won wo krom ha no. Ubetimi register as a British citizen. Na watimi atwa so afane so edanya wa sitna. But in the case where abofrana is only 1 year and are 2 years old, what would you do? Say upa ubetimi court, you can apply for a court order confirming paternity. Court order confirming paternity. I don't know. Wo maameno any papano. You can be first applicant and second applicant, and you go to court to prove paternity. Once you prove that, you can use that as a court order to apply again to the passport office for the child's passport. Because genuinely, if you have a person with DNA, relationship is so strong. So, okay, DNA not actually say any bar, the child may end up suffering, or the relationship between the parents may be affected. Until you see on your DNA, you cannot force him to do the DNA, but you can go for court order to confirm paternity. In that case, you can make a fresh application, or Unya Enua, you can send it to the passport office that, look, this is the evidence that I'm the father of this child. And so you have to issue the child with the passport. So that is what it is that has to be done. That is what it is has to be done. Abufana the 7 years, you don't have a problem. Abufana the 10 years, you don't have a problem. But when the child is below 7 years, then you may be compelled to go for the court order to confirm the paternity of the child, and then you can use that to make your application. So that is what the solution would be. We foresee that the Home Office is going to continue doing this. The Passport Office is going to continue doing this because they suspect that a lot of people or a lot of children are not the biological children of the parents or the father who claims to be their father. And that is what they are doing now. So let us all be informed, and let us all make sure that your documents are in order, so that if the Home Office or the Passport Office writes to you, you have the evidence, you send it to them, and then they can continue to process the application for you. So DJ, briefly, this is the update that I want us to know, and then I can go on with the topic for the day briefly, and then we can carry on from there. DJ. Okay,
All right.
I think
All right,
I will.
All right, lawyer Mizaka, Matiopa. Now, yeah, that's all the updates we bring. And see, ubet me actually also with the topic of today, no.
Thank you.
Yeah, can in our boom.
Thank you. Before I know Grampono, let me just talk about young postgraduate visa and so. Postgraduate visa and so. I just want to chip this in. Now, if you are on a postgraduate visa, it is valid for 2 years. 2 years. 2 years would be up in 2 years. 2 years is 2 years. And then after that, one share another copim. So it is advised that say about 2 years nipe, start thinking, considering the options are to switch to which options. Men trying Emma Enka 1 month, 2 months before you start looking for options. Sometimes when we get the 2 years, we get carried away, thinking the 2 years will never come. Before you say Jack, 2 years is around the corner, and it's left with 1 month, it's left with 3 weeks. You don't know what to do. Then you go to a lawyer. There is nothing a lawyer can do if your condition or your situation is in such a dire situation and you have no other options or no other thing, nothing to follow. So if you are a person on the postgraduate route, please, as soon as you get the 2 years or the 1.5 years, start considering the options you have. Option number 1, you may decide to go back to your country after the 2 years postgraduate visa. Go back to your country if that is the option you want to go for. Option 2, say, over to me, I should share sponsorship license, and then you move from being a postgraduate visa holder to a sponsored person. And the sponsorship can be in different categories. IT, hospitality industry, can be in the the construction industry, in the accounting field, in the teaching field, different sectors. You can go into that sector and then you renew your leave for either 2 years or 3 years or even possibly for 5 years. That is an option. So you look for a sponsorship to shift to that category if you want to remain in this country. You have to shift, you have to switch from one category to another category. And one. Number 2, so who graduate route ni so now why your wife been say who person to school ni so you may go for maybe masters, or possibly you may go for your PhD. Start preparing, start your application process, etc., etc. Menchang Emma and do 1 month, 2 months before you start seeking for options. You will be very stranded. So if you want to go back to school to do your master's or to do your PhD, please, that is also an option. I'll bet to me and fast to switch from a postgraduate route to a further student route. But remember, sir, you just finished a course and that is why you're on the postgraduate. Any other course you want to do must be higher than the one we were before. It cannot be at the same level. It has to be a higher course than what you did. So if you did a first degree, you may want to go on to do your master's. If you did your master's, you may want to go on to do your PhD. So please take note of that. And also your optional. Over to me, Eddie Afaso. Another option, the postgraduate route, so better me are elected to go on is this. Say, oh yeah, will be a krom ha. And a postgraduate route. Maybe I was a local school. And I be a if you know, and I your neighborhood, church, a pub, party, and different places of meeting people. So what share will be Nipano or Wasita. And there's a genuine relationship you intend to switch, then of course you can switch from the postgraduate route to the partner route if you meet a person who is in the UK and there's a genuine relationship. The word is genuine. 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 There must be a genuine relationship. And once you can prove that, then certainly you can shift from the graduate route to the spouse route as a person or as a spouse of a person who is a British citizen or a person who has indefinite leave to remain here in the UK. In that case, there are requirements you have to meet, which I'll be discussing a bit later. It falls in line with the topic for the day. The other one is, if you don't have a sponsorship, you don't intend to go on studying as a student, you are not in any relationship, but you have a child, and you have a child who is a British citizen because the child's mother or the child's father is British, then in that case, with my application as a parent of a child that is in the UK. Appendix FM, section LTRPT, as of parent, with reference to EX1, exception 1. Yes, and there has to be a genuine and subsistent relationship between the parent and the child. The child has to be under 18 years old. The child must be living in the UK. It must be unreasonable to expect the child to leave the UK. If you can prove this, that you are genuinely involved in the child's life, then of course, Ubertimia application to switch from the student route and the partner route. So that is also an option. Will be our postgraduate route. But to me, Alpha Edanyana Sitna. But in all cases, there has to be a genuine and subsistent relationship between you and the partner or you and your child. There has to be a genuine and continuing relationship between you and your partner, etc., etc. So for the postgraduate students, postgraduate visa holders, these are some options you can consider. Mekabium, menchang emma enka 1 month. Now the America lawyer, who's a lawyer? Wame. There's no magic the lawyer can pull for you. There are some occasions where people make some applications just to keep them in the system whilst they are exploring their options. But that is not a thing for me to discuss. And see, of course, these are the key areas that you can switch to whilst you are still on the graduate visa issue. So let's take note of that. It's very key because I have had to deal with a few of this. What chance? I got 3 weeks. No, I'm home. There's nothing I can do. 3 weeks. How much can you do in 3 weeks? You had 2 years and you waited till 3 weeks. It's not very helpful. So the earlier you take action, the better for you. Thank you very much. And then let me share briefly as to how a person who is in different people in different countries, a big war, let's say USA, a be Albanako USA, and wako Canada, and now one party is in USA or Canada, another party is in Abia, South Africa, you are in Germany, Portugal, Spain, etc., etc. Abia uye juma ho ana Dubai uye juma ewo ho upese uyiri wo ha upese wa kane ho. The question is, with all the changes cost in this country in terms of the immigration rules, is it possible, say, ubetumi, and I still know, ubetumi ababeka, so the question we are treating today is, with all the changes that are going on, is it still possible for you or for a person to come and join their partner here in the UK? Is it still possible with all the changes that are going on? Is it possible? My answer to the question is yes, it's still possible. Say, over to me, Ababeka, even if you're in another country, Germany, Portugal, Spain, Italy, wherever you are, Canada, USA, etc., etc., it is possible to come and join your partner here in the UK. It is possible. The laws on marriage have not changed. The laws have not changed. You can still marry. You can still join your partner here in the UK. You can still marry. You can still join your partner here in the UK. But some requirements will have to be satisfied. I'll just take my time and go through it briefly. If there are one or two questions, I can take it, and then we can end it here today. Question number one. Can you join your partner in the UK? You are in Dubai. You are in Canada. You are in the USA. You are in New Zealand. You are in Australia. You want to join your partner here. Is it still possible? Answer is yes, it is possible. Question number two. What should I do to join my partner here in the UK? What you need to do is, one, you have to prove that there is, again, a genuine and subsisting relationship. Now, yes, it's subsisting. The actually is genuine and continuing. The relationship is continuing. And yes, what were we about 5 years ago? No communication, nothing, no pictures, no money transfer, no WhatsApp messages, nothing. And they were sorry. So there has to be genuine and continuing relationship. Genuine and continuing. Again, the relationship is genuine. And in Ghana, in Germany, in Holland, Portugal, USA, Canada, all up anywhere, South Africa, Kenya, Zimbabwe, you've gone to visit this partner of yours. More pictures, 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 different locations, different times, different outings, different days, different scenarios, more pictures. There's a genuine and a continuing relationship going on. You've maintained your WhatsApp communication, your telephone communications, what's sending a few times, what's sending postcards a few times, what's sending greeting cards, etc., etc. We'll friend up different times of the day, morning, afternoon, evening, night. You have all this to prove that there is a genuine relationship that is ongoing. Once you can meet that, then you have satisfied that requirement, the relationship side. And then also you have to prove another proof of relationship is your visit. The stamps now or passport, you need to show that to prove that you actually did travel. Tickets, plane ticket, you can keep that as evidence you traveled. Hotel ticket, you can use all of that as evidence. Hotel, you can provide evidence of booking of the hotel as evidence that actually you want to meet your partner. And you can use all of this to prove that truly there was or there is a continuing relationship. If you can prove this, then you have made a very, very good case in terms of the subsistence of the relationship or the subsistence of the relationship. So that is that side. The next thing is As I said, your partner is outside the UK, so that is not a problem because normally the partner is outside the UK. So that is what it is. The next one is financial requirements. There are different ways you have to meet the financial requirement. It's either you're a self-employed person, you have your self-assessment, a letter from your accountant, your unique reference number, unique reference number, and of course, your bank statement for 1 year. If you're self-employed, we need 1 year to prove that truly you're a person who is self-employed. Your profits, your annual profit is at least £29,000, not the turnover, but the profit. Because profit no is a car over to me are spending, not the turnover. So the profit has to be at least £29,000. With that, over to me, application number, your partner to come and join you here. Another way you can prove the financial requirement is you're an employee, you're working, and you tell your boss to give you a letter to prove that you are still working with them. They will state, Mr. So and so, when you start from this time, your annual salary is £31,000. Almost letter no so again, also additional evidence. I just pay slips near, bank statements near, P60 near, some company, maybe during Christmas Eve, book of Christmas party as staff. We try to pictures via with me the so at the account. All this will prove that you are actually working where you claim you are. I not ever application. So that is also one thing. Another way people can prove the maintenance, and it's you can have savings. If you have savings, assume say you are not working and you have enough savings, you can use that as proof of your financial to meet the financial requirement. Now, we need £29,000. If you are not working and you want to use your savings, then we need 29,000 times 2.5. That is 72,500 plus £16,000. So you need, what am I doing? We have £72,000 plus £16,000. So you need about £88,000 sitting in your account for 6 months. For only 6 months. £88,000 sitting in the account for 6 months. After that, wait to me, Ejina and Loso, now would your application, Ediama, Wuyurina, and now £88,000. You can use that to prove that you meet the financial requirement. Na Wuyurino, Ababeka, Wonsa, and I will Ababeka Wonsa. So that is what it is. Financial requirement. So people use self-employment, employment, savings. Even so, let me use it like rental income or Uber as a self-employed. No, you rent and so I support it. Nothing actually Papa.
As cabin our boss, no. 88,000 pounds. Lawyer. Charlie, on a serious matter, 88,000 pounds. You ever said 90,000 pounds?
Yes.
Your account for 6 months. Sitting in your account for 6 months.
6 months, yes.
Lawyer, that's so crazy. I said, Sikana buy just get
yes, more.
Sikana town account for 6 months.
Yes. Then, as soon as I when you're self-employed, but what you have money. So in that case, you want to use your savings to prove say you have any 88,000 is 29,000 times 2.5 years now, plus a constant of 16,000 to the count 88,000 pounds for 6 months only, not more than
Scanning
6
still
months.
accountable. Scanning still accountable for 6 months. Lawyer, how did you ask for?
For 6 months, then you can use that to prove you meet the financial requirements. So 6 months pay slips, then of course, if you're not working, 6 months bank statement to show the money has been in the account for 6 months. So now your application, of course, your partner to join you here in the UK. The other one is, of course, the PIP. Some people are exempt from the financial requirement. There is a difference, your financial requirement and your maintenance requirement. Financial requirement and only £29,000 now. Maintenance no yet below the income support threshold. And no, ebinom entumi nye adwuma ebia yare binti oji PIP, personal independence payments. Sanipa no onji oni payslip, but because of the area and a careless allowance, and ebia industrial injury allowance, and some other type of allowance exemption from meeting the £29,000. So uyobi uji sa any of these allowances to me afa ano so na udia application e ama wire ana wokuno ono nso obaba beka ho ya mankrofo bebre omonti apo because of apomodi eni honti, and they are receiving the PIP. We've done it for several people and they've been successful. Once you can prove that you are receiving the PIP, calculations be what we look at the income support threshold for a married couple. We look at that. We take that amount. They share how much rent do you pay. They share how much council tax you pay. And we compute this and other requirements. Then, of course, if you meet that threshold, in other words, Sekana Wuji in PIP and other benefits, so a brusa Sekana, then you have met or you have satisfied the maintenance requirement. Maintenance is different from financial. Maintenance requirement is different from the financial requirement. And to celebrate me that you don't have to go to the £29,000 and over to me and I will so ediapa. The other thing is ebia wo ye juma wo gi 28,000 and 27,000 25,000 pounds now. We application now, it will be refused unless ebia a second job. A second job. If you get a second job, you have to be in that job for 6 months. Now, would you account the first job now a year continuous, and also you bet me so now the application ediama no. It doesn't matter any country in which you are, but you have to be there legally. So when you sit now you may not be able to come from that country straight to the UK. You may have to go back to your country, maybe Ghana, stay there, process the application, and then Yedimawa Nawaba to the UK to join your partner here. So that is it. Then, so we've talked about the relationship. We've talked about the fact that the person must be outside the UK. We've also talked about the fact that you have to meet the financial or the maintenance requirement depending on the person's circumstance or whatever benefits they are taking. Not child benefit, not income support benefit, not housing allowance, not name the benefits. Yes, not universal credit, but we have some specific benefits. Ujia, ubetumi etfa and also. And nama boss no the what do you call it? PIP, carers allowance, industrial injury allowance, and a few other allowances. If you are taking those, then you don't have to meet the £29,000, but you have to meet the maintenance requirements. So that is that. The other thing Canada, Germany, Portugal, wherever you are, and you want to come and join your spouse here, you can be in Germany. You can be in Canada, you can be in the USA, but if you are not a national of that country, you have to do the English language test. you have to have the English language certificate. Obi Bakaso, me were in the US or I'm in Canada, and I don't need to do the test. Se unkra US passport, se unkra Canadian passport, se unkra German passport. You will have to meet the English language requirements. And if you're in Australia, you don't have the passport of that country or the countries that are exempt from the English language requirement, you have to do the English language test. It is level A1, speaking and listening, and yet too difficult. Who practice it, you will be able to do it. So that is for your information. Who person who see English now, go onto YouTube. Go to YouTube and enter English language test level A1. English language level A1 and our English language test level A1. Practice. You listen to them, you hear what they say, the questions they ask, the way they respond. You practice it, practice it, practice it. And once you master it, kokotro exam no, ube pass it. Pass it, yeah. Now why application no? You would need tuberculosis. If you are in any of these advanced countries, you don't need tuberculosis. If you're in Canada, you are in America, you are in Australia, New Zealand, Brazil, etc. So you don't need tuberculosis. Even though you are not a national, you don't need tuberculosis. But there are some other countries, Ghana, Nigeria, Togo, Benin, and those countries, they would need you to provide tuberculosis certificate. So generally, yes, the laws are changing. The laws are changing every now and then. But about our area, nothing has touched it. You can still come and join your spouse. You can still come and join your husband. You can still come and join your wife here. If requirements now you meet all of that. Especially if you can meet the maintenance or the financial together with all the other documents, then of course, Uyuri Ebeba Ababekawunsa. Yet in number 2 5-year route Nisu, 2.5 years and another 2.5 years, total of 5 years. After that, indefinite leave to remain, then British citizenship. So 2.5, indefinite citizenship. That is the trend that you have to follow until you reach your citizenship. So DJ, it is still possible to bring your partner to join you here in the UK. Thank you, and thank you very much. Any questions? I can take.
All right, the lawyer wisdom akawe that's say and all the updates we bring watch it mu ne ekoso ni ade me questions kakra bi obetimi answer one thing take a question bi obesa ubisa na simple comment section on the type or lawyer be one to question bi obesa ubisa na bibi a wonti ase na bibi a kire wadwe so ade bi obesa hu ana ade bi a ofim obetimi bisa no quick one lawyer yan sha say
DJ, I want to express my sincere gratitude to you and lawyer Paula. Oh yes. Okay, DJ, there was another one.
Yanko, take it.
Okay. Yes, I want to express my sincere gratitude to you and lawyer Paula from Wiseman Solicitors. Through them, my hobby application is successful, less than 3 months. Thank you. Thank you, Salo. Thank you, Salo. I hope you're doing good. Thank you. We are grateful that everything has gone well, and hobby would be with you, and we would continue to be with you throughout and in every step of the way until set Obe Enya indefinite leave, and then of course Obe Enya British citizenship. Thank you, and thank you for bringing the note of appreciation. Thank you. Richard Sego, Papa Sego, how are you? Can you still use B1 to apply for naturalization? Yes, you can. You can still use B1 to apply for naturalization. Or if you have English language degree, etc., you can use that as well. 40, okay. 40 at 40 . Good evening and good evening to you. How long does parent visa take? My friend did his application based on his British child since last year, January 2025 to 2026. No feedback. Kofi, sir, the Home Office time for decision making. You can go online right now and enter decision making times, Home Office decision making times. You will see that if it is a first time application, if it is a first timer, or yeah, visa we and or yeah, the application for the first timer, almost it can take up to 12 months or even longer if they have to conduct some more searches. So it can take up to 12 months. And to in January 2025, then this is exactly the 12th month. This is exactly the 12th month. You should be expecting a decision very soon. So I'm sure a decision should be coming soon. 12 months decision. Thank you. Clement Odoi Darko. My partner will come in via study route. Can I join her as a dependent since I'm already in the UK? Well, it depends on the route on which she enters the UK. If she comes as a student to do masters and it is research, if it is not thought but it is research based, then it is possible for her to have a dependent in the UK. Please pay attention. If she comes as a student, master student to read a degree, a master's program in research based, then yes, it is possible for her to have a dependent. But you must also be here legally to be able to switch on to your partner. But if she comes for the master's thought, then she cannot have a dependent. So find out from her which route she is on, and then of course that will help you to know what can be done. Ifya Knedu, good evening. I went for my biometrics at the Home Office for an application of 2.5 years. They did my fingerprint, scanned my passport, and gave my passport back to me. Is it okay? It is perfectly okay. It is 100% okay. Usually, the people who do not have valid visa, do not have any leave, they retain their passport. Sometimes, very rarely, they give it to them. But if you already have a visa or you have a leave to be here and you go for extension, they only scan your passport and give it back to you because they already have your passport on their system. Or if it is a new passport, they just scan it and give it back to you. Already you have leave to be in the UK, so you are not a person of interest to them in terms of removal or anything. So yes, they will give your passport back to you. So it is perfectly okay. Anfield, Africa. Okay. Can you bring your partner if you are on the postgraduate route? Unfortunately, you cannot bring her if you are on the postgraduate route. She should have been here before you completed the course, and then you would have carried on with her to the postgraduate route or route, whichever way you want to call it. But if she is not here or she wasn't here when you finish the course and you are not on the postgraduate, you cannot bring her to join you here in the UK. All right? Thank you. Osei Ekoto Bright. I want to know if you want to get married in UK here, and how long does an appeal application last in the UK if your spouse application is refused? I want to know if you want to get married in the UK. Okay, yes. If you want to know if you can get married in the UK, the answer is yes, you can marry in the UK. Marriage is your human right. Nobody can stop you from marrying. You are of sound mind, you are of age, you are a responsible person. Nobody can stop you from getting married. Nobody can stop you from getting married. Then the next question is, of course, if you want to marry, you have to inform the registrar of the borough in which you are. Then they would inform the Home Office. The Home Office will conduct their checks. If they are happy that it's a genuine relationship, they'll give you the go-ahead to get married. If they think it's not a genuine relationship, they may want to investigate it further. So that is all I can say to that. So just find out from your registrar for the marriage. Then the next question, how long does an appeal last in the UK? Your spouse's application, if your spouse's application is refused. Appeal can take a very long time. We have had some appeals that have been outstanding for over a year. Some have been outstanding for a year plus. Some are considered a bit early, but give and take, your appeal can take, let me just be very generous, it can take at least 10 months before it is decided. But I know appeals that have taken over 1 year and they are still waiting for a hearing date. So yes, that is what it is. Benedict Oduro, hi. I hope you're doing good. I'm a nurse on COS. Recently, I invited my parents here. I've divorced my ex in December. Can I bring my partner next month? Well, I want to know when you got your COS and the code on which you are. If you are divorced and you now want to bring somebody else, if you got the COS before, I think March 2024, then yes, you can still, of course, enter into another relationship, genuine relationship, and then you can apply for your spouse to come and join you here in the UK. It is still possible. But if you got it after, I think, is it 11th of March 2024, and it happens to be in the codes, one of those codes, 3165, 316, 6135, 613, 6135, 6145, 6146. If it happens to be in any of those codes, then unfortunately, you cannot bring your partner. You can't. But if it is before 11th of March 2024, even if it is in this code, you can still bring your partner. So please check your code, check the date you got a COS, and then that will help you to know whether you can or you cannot. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Osei Akoto again, yes. I want to know if more you want to get married in the UK, how long will it take for an appeal hearing? If I want to know more, okay, you want to know more if you want to get married in the UK, Postal, and how long it will take for an appeal. I think I've answered that already. I said yes, you can marry in the UK, and also you can the appeal can take about a year or sometimes 10 months and above. Benedict Odro, I've also answered this one. You invited your parents, you are divorced, you want to see if you can bring your new partner to join you in the UK. Yes, it is possible to do that as well. It's possible to do. Okay, please, the £28,000, are they talking about gross or net? It's 29,000, not 28. £29,000 gross or gross, whichever way you want to call it, is before tax. That is £29,000 gross before tax. So even if you earn £29,000 and they take the taxes and you are left with only 25 or 22 or 20, whatever it is, you can still bring your wife because it is the gross we look at, not the net. Thank you. I divorced my ex in December and went to Ghana to remarry. Can I bring my partner in now? I'm a nurse on sponsorship, please. Yeah, I think the nurses, you don't have too much problems. Yes, you can of course bring your sponsor, your partner. So you can of course let me have a copy of your COS and let me see if you fall within the catchment area. Then certainly you can progress with the application for your partner to join you here. Been here since 2022. Okay, so you should be fine. You should be fine. That is way before the laws changed, so you should be fine. Okay. Okay. Mami Dankwa. That is at Mami Dankwa. Okay, so this is not Mami Dankwa per se. My wife is a UK citizen. My wife is a UK citizen. Do I qualify to apply for citizenship after 3 years? I'm on a spouse visa, currently 2.5 years, which my renewal is due in November for another 2.5 years. You have to have your indefinite leave first before you can go for your British citizenship. So yes, you're on 2.5 years, finish that. You do another 2.5 years, then you get your indefinite. As soon as you get your indefinite, you can go for your British citizenship. You don't have to wait for 1 more year before you go for the British citizenship. But you have to have done the 5 years, get your indefinite before you can go for the British citizenship. Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
Macau. I think so far
Questions, yes.
messages are me saka wahano and then I'm there to screen so no but yeah na best threat. But I say be more new. I feel no more sharing. Oh question na ubisa yeah the one pay. Obeso you follow up maybe a question no short. But Mamu repeat the same questions. As another questions now also. When repeating the same question, just who question now? Who the boomer? Ebia na wo tro no I we know there. Baby who have question back or be pasty. Eh? Yeah, some one better. Anyway, lawyer, I feel say to see an idea I'm rana begu I'll say last one we were okay, what the same lady now. No, can be at your so I say.
It's here since 2022, but wondering if I should wait because I just got married last month. Well, I mean, if you just got married last month, you can still be able to bring your husband, provided there is sufficient evidence to show the relationship when you met, where you met, when the relationship started, the communication, and all the supporting evidence to show that there is a genuine relationship. You can still go ahead. Otherwise, you can wait until you get your indefinite leave to remain, and then you can bring him as a partner under Appendix FM Section EC-P. 5 years, 2.5 years, 2.5 years after that indefinite leave, you get your British citizenship because he will still have to wait for 5 years anyway. So it's entirely up to you to see which way you want to go. Okay, thank you. And Jeff, please, how long can I use my stepchild visa to get Maroon? Well, if you have a stepchild and the stepchild is a British citizen or 70 years old and above, and there is a genuine and subsistent relationship, of course, you can apply. You can prove that there is truly a genuine relationship. Then, of course, it will be looked at, it will be considered. You'll be given 2.5 years. Once the 2.5 years is up, you can, before the 2.5 years is up, you can switch to 5 years if the child's mother is settled or British. You don't have to wait for the 2.5 years to be exhausted. You can switch to the 5-year route. After that, so if you switch to the 5-year route, you have to do 5 years from the beginning. You don't add what you've done on the 10-year route to what you're going to do on the 5-year route. So assuming you started the 10-year route today, and you've done 1 year, and then you later switch to the 5-year route, you have to start from when you are issued. You start from when you are issued the 5-year route, 5 years. So in total, you'll be doing 6 years because you've already done 1 year on the other route plus 5 years on this route. So it's either 5 years plus, or 10 years, depending on whether you switch or not. Thank you. And you don't have to wait for the child to be 10 years, 15 years, 17 years before you apply. You can apply as soon as all the other requirements are satisfied. Could you please educate me more about the 10 years route? Well, the 10 years route means mostly is for people who do not meet some conditions. First of all, if you are here as an overstayer, you came as a student, you couldn't go to school, or you came as a dependent and something happened, the relationship broke down, or you came as a skilled worker and you couldn't work with the employer, and because of that, you've had your visa curtailed or your visa expired, and then you move to another route. Maybe you had a child and you moved, or you got married, you have a stepchild, and you move from the route on which you were to the other route. Once you have overstayed, you will be put on the 10-year route. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. Total of 10 years. That is, once you have overstayed, you'll be put on the 10-year route. But when they put you on the 10-year route, you are not compelled to stay on it throughout. You can make another application to switch from 10 years to 5 years if you meet the requirements, the new requirements: relationship, immigration status, financial, English language, accommodation. If you meet all of this, you don't have to wait for the whole 2.5 years to finish. You can switch anytime to the 5-year route. But if you don't switch, it means 28 days before the 2.5 years expires, you have to keep renewing. That is how it works. Or maybe you came to the country, you have a child, or you are married. The woman is not earning 29,000 pounds. You are also not working. You have a child with her. Again, because you do not meet the immigration status requirement, they'll put you on the 10-year route. Or you are here legally, but the financial is not the 29,000. If you marry, you are likely to be put on the 10-year route. So there are different reasons you may be put on the 10-year route. Or you made the relationship, the immigration status, the financial, but you don't meet the English language requirement, you may be put on the 10-year route. So for you to be on the 5 years, you have to meet all the suitability requirement. You have no criminal record, you have no subject of deportation, you've not been excluded from the UK, etc., etc. You don't meet any of the suitability or the Part X suitability problems. That is fine. And then you meet the other eligibility requirements as well: relationship, immigration, financial, English language, accommodation, and all the other supporting documents have been provided. Then you will be put on the 10-year route. If you don't meet everything, you'll be on the 10-year route. If you meet some, and if you meet all, 5 years. If you meet some and not all, you'll be put on the 10-year route. So briefly, that is what it is. But mostly it's for people who are here illegally or unlawfully. They would always put you on the 10-year route to start before you switch. DJ. I have 20 years private life, Twitter, but I'm not working. Can I go home and come back safely? Of course, you can go home today and come back after 2 months, 3 months. Go and spend some time. You've been here for 20 years. You have your 2.5 years. Please go and take some break. Go and relax small. You can go. It's not about work. They did not give it to you because of your work. They gave it to you because you've been here for 20 years. And as long as you meet the requirements that you've been here for 20 years, whether you are working or not, is immaterial. You can travel and come back before your visa expires, and you should be fine. Thank you. But make sure you get your share code before you travel, because otherwise, when you're coming back, you will be hot if you can't generate a share code back there. Yes. My wife is teaching in a secondary school. Okay, I think so. Is it possible she can get sponsorship that will cover us as husband? It is possible. It depends on the school she is teaching in. So she should speak to the employers. If they are more than happy to give her to get a sponsorship for her, why not? Why not? They should, and I believe they can. If they do, then she can apply for you to join her here in the UK. So that's possible. Or if you're already in the UK and she gets the sponsorship from the school, then of course you can depend on her as the husband. Can you switch from your student visa to EU settlements once your dad is in the UK? Well, you were supposed to have done that, I think, 90 days when you enter the UK. So if you came here as a student and your dad was here as an EU national, within 90 days, you had to make that application. If you didn't do it and it's gone past 90 days, that puts you in a very difficult position and they will not switch you. So the window is a 90-day period. You should have done that application as a dependent of an EU national. So that is what it is. Thank you. Thank you. I have been on 10 years parent route. I got my ILR last year, May, and I'm due for citizenship this year. I was out of the country the whole of 2021. Can it affect my application? Well, possibly it can. If the whole of 2021, that is one whole year, you were out, normally you shouldn't be out for more than, I think it's half of the year, 360, so 180 days or so, you shouldn't be out. But if you've been out for 365 days, that is a very long one. It can affect your citizenship application. You can call me later. I'll send you the guidance note on appendix continuous residence. Appendix continuous residence. And you read it and you know where you fall short or where you come in the rules. So 1 year, yes, can affect your leave. And for citizenship, normally, you are expected not to be out for more than 90 days in a year. In the last 5 years, you shouldn't be out for more than 90 days in 1 year. Sometimes they give a grace period of maybe up to 100 days. So if it is 90 days, it means in the last 5 years, you shouldn't be out for more than 450 days. Or even if they give you the grace period of 100 days, it means you shouldn't be out for more than 500 days in the last 5 years. And not in any particular year, you shouldn't be out for more than 90 days. So if you've been out for more than 365 or you've been out for 365 days, that is a whole year, that can affect your citizenship application. Thank you, DJ.
Lawyer and the abegu me da say no na man na wo screen so no mo amope further we bia no betimi save Wiseman solicitors mo na manawa contact your mo office number any mobile number and wo screen so no lawyer mo office
DJ.
location
Okay, DJ.
Dawson Mabuna. It's you.
Dawson Junction, Wiseman Solicitors, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, 8 to 9 The Print House. Your Dawson Junction behind the McDonald's. No, your London postcode near E83DL, E83 Delta Lima. That is where we are. Behind the McDonald's. Your office number, of course, is 0208 0165 384. 0208 0165 384. The mobile number is 07931 411 042. 07931 411 042. These are the contact details. If you want us to discuss anything further, we are more than happy for you to contact us. Now we'll see how best we can help. Particularly, more postgraduate visa, so it is web discussing. So of course you can call, book appointments, come in, let's sit down, let's discuss the options that you have. And don't wait until 2 weeks. Service and be one son and lawyer. That puts you in a very difficult position, and the lawyer cannot do much for you, of course, but it is worth discussing. So yes, feel free and call for us to discuss the way forward. Wiseman Solicitors. We do Dawson Market Hall. So we can do Dawson Market Hall. Bisa Ajua, Bisa Adom, Bisa Katie Restaurant, Bisa Money Matters, where Lawyer Wisdom is, where Wiseman Solicitors is. Abna Dawson. We do Dawson Market, Bisa Abna, the hairdresser, or where the office is, and I am sure we will be able to assist you whichever way we can. DJ Mauni Jomu, God bless you.
Maone Jomo, lawyer wisdom akao, akpe esia. Maone irao.
Yo,
Lawyer wisdom akao na mutie straight from the UK. Wise man solicitors me dana say na dia begu every Fridays be amene na wa say from 5:30 to 7. And then ansha sentem. I hope say next week they be share sentem. Me dama say and the information be na we get there. Your questions how the bias we here no. So all the question about late na we ntime yi wa no a e be sre na me aduma next week. What the bantema obeyi wa no ntem. Tina me say I'm subscribe to your channel so na be miss videos no. I don't know the video bar obenya notification umi adoma no so a obenya notification we hu but yes a ebeche ansana we hu a video because anya dia wo follow yen dia obenya notification me dem say mo join here na class me dem obi ase say mo join here remember big shout out to SVTV Africa fans nyane SVTV Entertainment, SVTV Sports, SVTV International, SVTV Africa Foundation. Madam, I say, I don't visit your website. My production team, I'm say, I am my website now. Stories wall, anchor for reading. No there. Well, I'm bosukra. SVTVAfrica.com. Your website, no try. SVTVAfrica.com. Okoa stories go up. Obeti me aken kind. Madam, I say, some share. Class. And then I say, my class was shout out. I mean, this is a trip bank. Camera no kakra. Yeah, some. Me as a my class want to be shout out. Urban Narix. Big shout out to you, Salome Kwe. Thank you so much for joining at the Richard Sego. The big ups to you, Nana. Tafri Jamida is all joining Kofi Ampel. Me is all joining Boache Emmanuel. Thank you so much for joining the class today. Kofi, thank you so much. Kofi Apia, thank you so much for joining. Kofi, thank you so much for joining. Clemento, thank you so much for joining. Every Mom's Hub, thank you so much for joining. Ifia Kunedu, big shout out to you. Anfield Africa, thank you so much. Osei Akutu Bright, me that's all joining here. Benedict Odru, thanks you so much for joining. Osei Akutu Bright, okay. Collins, thank you so much for joining. Mame Dankwa, me that's it. So joining here. Gifty Agbetor, thank you so much for joining. Gifty, big ups to you. Italiano, tutto bene? Si bene. Ado Jeff, thank you so much for joining. Ras Ekuma Fer, hey, big shout out to you, my brother. What's up with you? Ekuma Fer, Iron Man, big ups to you, brethren. Everything cool? Everything Chris? We don't know. Okay, so I think some about Biadi. Kwame Kusi, thank you so much for joining. Daniel Dombe, thank you so much for joining. Is it Tunchi West? Thank you so much for joining. Afra Music. Thank you so much for the Wisdom Kwame. Thank you so much for joining us. Enoch, thank you so much for joining. Adu Jeff, thank you so much. Soldier Ata, thank you so much for joining. Madam, I some joining FM DJ Nyame. Who person ba me show no so bia baby a worldwide. Who Ghana, we to Kwan Kroben also. Baby a wo bia deal here any day. Internet. So internet. My numbers the whole screen so no brand vibe. Be share experience. Be share the course. I mean, your vibe why you see and they were saying so. First time I'll share. Follow your YouTube channel SVTV Africa. Yeah, and they had there many programs to say there. Utie me our live basis because maybe I know information I'm the bro across Ghana world and the videos I Koshebi na ko tie de nkrofo ye omo Ghana obi ofi UK by ko tie no George ebe mo idea inja me say de wo hwe na wo tie ebe mo some key bi e oni sa key no go listen up ko tie George ko tie Abna Dagati video say release no wa subscribe to your channel there na tie omo eno mo ebe impact eno be change you rather than what say the aba we I say atem didie no akoda ebi mu de omunya happiness so say obi aba downfall obi asem na eguo na o say oman ni my day me tu kwa me hu so me say be person me you know get information jai sa de na 2020 when you break you know you break don't pay your attention to those. Some people too like those contents. I don't know if some battery or be negative and we are to the man we are saying no such ceremony. I look at it and say, now when to me share come me I didn't show we maybe so then to then monsieur film benefiting me. Obi akoye na in a way. I feel na be chem na we see obi so obi naked bi aba obi now the x-ray. I Chinese for no. I'm TikTok social media. I do omo creative bi de bi no mo di promote aduane kro mo di kra no. Omo promote products. They don't waste their time on. Omo ye machine, omo ye we no we kra, we no we ade obema ni ska no de bi an no waste time for big nko a. Be gu ho. Time is so precious. Listen till we go tune this mind. Oh, show me no lawyer years now UK you go know whatever they go on because information in your demand obi ntimi mfam bebu obi ntimi meka ncho say simple thing obi ntie o te di aba oh of course obo bebe e chichim no you say no drama no ye ni wajere no I say internet den e be boa den e be am asem na meka no dwen yo obi na sem na kind wa yire no and go for go share yes because of clicks views and no and never obinya dan maybe dey oye oba me ko wa o share na society o tie no den e be ma dey me kind of dwen yo iti obi akoye e be benefit me den wo den me sua film e be add this value to my life and I mean information just down energy bad energy well, maybe you don't go understand now, but some years to come, you go understand. Don't waste your time away. Maybe I had to tell you. I have show more here. I'm discussing baby. Go form time pay I'm pay. I don't know, but if you say, maybe advice I mean more say why dream when we're 10 now cool anymore. Start to watch researching ya maybe. Whoa, researching ya maybe 10 ya maybe a bit more idea. So we need to be able to have more idea. Shape you. What's your concept? More idea. But more they be a bad negative. They be a kind and obviously happiness because so need be downfall. Massa. Don't waste your time away, or you won't see that day. Cause tomorrow is another day. As the clock keep ticking away, time is so precious, and so I say, big shout out to Don Carlos. Madam, I saw SBTV Africa, I'm DJ Nyame, Ushamo Kroma, Kase tour. No, my Jesus, tour.
Hi there, my name is Calibos, the only boss with one S. Happy new month to all of you. Welcome to a month of new possibilities. Do you know why life has been made so easy? It's because of Tap Send. People, Tap Send is here to make your life easy if you want to transfer money to Ghana, if you want to transfer from USA, if you want to transfer from UK, Europe, Canada, a lot of places all to Ghana. And guess what? When it comes to Ghana, there's no e-levy charge. So, what are you waiting for? Download Tap Send on Google Play Store and App Store and be ready for exciting offers coming your way each time, every time on Tap Send.
Tap Tap Send. Send more, spend less.